Are you ready, podcast? Time to demonstrate. Rachelle Logan, the etiquette queen, teaching us all how to thrive in the scene. Etiquette queen, she's on the scene. Professional development, living the dream. Public speaking, bridging the gap. Success is a journey, ain't no looking back. Knowledge is power, that's the truth. Learning from the best.
This is Lady Rachelle of the Are You Ready podcast. Welcome back. Today's show is being brought to you by Color Creations by D-Lo, bringing art to life and bringing joy to yours. Visit Color Creations by D-Lo at colorcreationsbydlo.etsy.com. All right, everybody. Today I have a very, and I'll say special show because I have two special guests that I will be talking to today. Their names are Sydni Marie and Melody, whom I call Gigi. So if you get them confused, they're the same person, okay? But for this thing, we'll call her Melody. And thank you, everyone, for joining. Now, I always, and you guys know that I always find something in common with my guests. Well, what do we have in common? We are three sorority sisters of the Alpha Kappa Sorority Incorporated. Ski-wee. And we pledged on the same line at Johnson C. Smith University in Charlotte, North Carolina in spring of 1982. Now, we all live in different places, but we do meet at homecoming and different events that we can all get together and fellowship. So today I will be talking to Sydni about her music career. You guys are going to be blown away. Okay, I'm still blown away. And this is my sorority sister. Okay. Sydni is a very talented recording artist, vocalist, songwriter, and educator whose music blends, let me get this right, blends jazz, soul, R&B, and inspirational storytelling. She has warm, expressive voice and a passion for creating music that uplifts and connects people. Sydni's original songs celebrate love, hope, resilience, and authentic living. Although she has enjoyed singing throughout her life, Sydni's recording career reflects a commitment to pursuing her purpose at every stage. Her music reminds listeners that it's never too late to embrace your gifts and share them with the world. And believe me, she is doing that. Alongside her music career, she is a lifelong mathematician. Look, can't even say it, mathematics educator. Y'all know what kind of people are math people, they're smart people. Demonstrating that creativity and education can beautifully coexist. Boy, she got some words in here. Today, Sydni will share the inspiration behind her original music, her artistic journey, and after the break, we will discuss what's next as she continues to connect with audiences throughout live performances and new releases. Welcome, Sydni.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Yes, and before I get to Sydni, I want to introduce Soror Melody Wheatley. Melody is a graduate of Johnson C. Smith University with a master's from Atlanta University. That's Clark Atlanta University. She is also a graduate of the Antioch Baptist Church Bible Institute. Melody is the Johnson C. Smith University fundraising co-chair of the Metropolitan Washington, D.C. chapter of the JCSU Alumni Association and a member of the JCSU National Alumni Association Elections Committee. She is a life member of the National Council of Negro Women. Let me throw this little side note in. If you need travel or any travel assistance, Melody is a travel professional of color travel advisor affiliated with Bentley Travel Services. Now, you know what a Bentley is, so you know it's up there, right? Melody will provide her contact information at the end of the show. Okay, now that we have the introductions out of the way, let's start with Sydni. Now, I told her I have been listening to her music, and I am so impressed. I mean, I've been around Sydni. We've been laughing. We've been decorating places for events.
Years.
And
Years.
ever, 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 I would hear her humming, and she would always be kind of singing something. And I'm like, oh, she got a nice little voice, not knowing that this woman is a renowned performer, guys. And I have been bragging, and I know some of you listening probably say, yes, we know, we've heard about Sydney, because I am blown away. And you all know I love music. I love all kind of genres of music. And when I find music that I can listen to when I'm doing nothing, when I am doing something, and then when I'm having guests over for tea, it is playing in the background because she has some of my favorite remakes. Oh God,
Oh,
I
great.
love it. I love it. This is my background music for a lot of my tea parties, and because it is just that kind of music. And you guys know when I was on my radio station that I used to have lovely, lovely music. So if I were still on the radio, I would have her on probably every week because her songs are just so, I love them. I just love this type of music. And you guys will also. So tell me the journey of Sydney Marie.
Oh, wow. So I guess I zigzagged
Mhm.
into music. My family is musical.
Oh,
My grandfather played, he had a band when he was in college. That's how he and my grandmother met. She
oh,
sang.
wow.
They eloped. My mother plays piano and her sisters. My father went to school, actually Winston-Salem State on a music scholarship. So we always had
Oh,
music.
it's in your DNA.
Yeah, we always had music. I never, and I've been producing plays and stuff with my cousins ever since we were little, but never really ventured off into singing myself as a soloist until I guess my late 20s, 30s.
Yeah,
I mean, I was always singing. I sang at church, I sang in Glee Club, but never even thought about. So I
right.
started taking voice lessons, and here we are today.
Wow. Wow.
So,
And
yeah.
what is your type of music?
I like all music.
Okay.
Um, I guess I tend to sing more jazz, neo,
Mm-hmm.
soul, R&B type of music, but I kind of like everything. That's just what I gravitate to when I'm singing. It
Now,
tells the stories I want to tell.
were you professionally trained?
I do have a vocal coach, but
Okay.
I did not
At the beginning?
study voice.
Really?
I never studied
When you
voice.
guys hear her voice,
Oh,
you're
thank
gonna
you.
think she's been in classes since she was 2 or 3. I'm telling you,
Oh,
because it
God, I
is
wish.
purest. I mean, it's pure. It's one of them old school voices.
Oh,
No
thank
auto
you.
tune, no auto tune. She doesn't need any of that. I'm telling you, when I sat down, I've never listened to, I think it was 10 songs straight.
Oh, wow.
I was supposed to be watching the WNBA game, but I turned the volume down and I had you playing in the background. So I was talking to my daughter and I said, what? What? Every time a song would come on, I'm like, okay,
Wow.
we gotta
So
talk.
did you have a favorite? Did you have a favorite?
Oh gosh, let me tell you. And it's a remake. It's a
Okay.
and not Angela Bofeld.
Angela Winbush.
Angela
Treat you
Winbush.
right.
Girl, girl. I knew it was Angela, but yeah, yeah. I fell in love with that. I did.
Oh,
I
good.
fell in love with
Good.
that, and because when you hear the original, and then when you
Which
hear,
is one of my favorites, the
uh,
original. I love the original.
I
I
always
hope I
have.
did it justice. I hope
I
Miss
was getting
Winbush
ready to
isn't
say.
mad at me.
I was getting ready to
Yes, you
say
did.
because when I hear the original, I'm thinking somebody got some nerve trying. But girl, you knocked it out the park.
Okay, good.
It out the
Because
park.
I don't want her emailing me saying,
No, 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 no. I'm surprised she hadn't sent you heart emojis and stuff.
Right.
She probably hasn't even heard it. Sometimes the remakes never get to the original artist, so she may not have even heard it.
She will appreciate what you did because
Thank you.
it is fantastic. It really is. And so were you ever in a group or anything or
I was in a group with a couple of friends at one point. We called ourselves Trace Chic, and we used to sing around at a couple of events. And then, just life gets in the way.
Yeah.
Nothing
Mhm.
happened to break us up, just life gets in the way, and we weren't uh together that often. We weren't singing together that often. So then I just, went on and decided, let me do this CD. So that is how I came to. And I actually was singing backs for another independent artist from our area, Wendy Hicks,
Okay.
and ended up being on a show with uh, an independent artist named Gwendolyn Collins, and she helped me. She actually produced my first CD, so I learned a lot from her.
Wow.
Mhm.
And they're both very well known
Yeah,
and
yeah.
singer-songwriters, international, have international acclaim. So it was an honor to be able to sing with them and work with them.
Wow.
hmm
Now,
So
Oh,
that's kind
cool.
of how the CD came into
yeah.
fruition because everybody was
Mhm.
like, "Oh, you should do your own music. You should do your own music." So I'm motivated to do my own music.
Now, when was your first CD out?
2016, believe it or not.
16. Melody, did you know about this?
Yes, I
So
mean,
you didn't share?
I have my own little experience.
Okay.
Um, I've gone to one of Sydney Marie's shows.
Yeah.
So they have house shows where they actually, take over a hotel room, and it might be two or three different acts. And she has been showcased at one that I attended. But I also had the pleasure and the intimate experience of having her band, and she performed at my husband's retirement party that I
Oh,
had.
wow.
At the Hilton Hotel. It
yes,
was
we sure
wonderful.
did. Yeah.
Yes, it was a lot of fun.
It sounds like a lot of fun.
Yes.
So, how did you come about the songs in your first CD? Because you're a
Well,
writer also.
yes, yes, yes.
Yes. So, did you
Um,
write them?
the very first song that I wrote for the CD is called Midnight to Morning.
Okay.
And I had that track and I kept thinking, what does that sound like? So I wrote that song one night. Then I have three remakes on there, three of my favorites. Free by Denise Williams is on there.
Okay.
It's an
Mhm.
acoustic version of that.
Mhm.
As you shared earlier, Treat You Right, which is the Angela
Yes.
Wimbush tune.
Yes.
And then a Prince tune, How Come You Don't Call Me?
Mhm.
I did that one. So those are the three remakes. And the other original, Sankofa, which is the title of the CD. Sankofa is an Adinkra symbol. It looks like a heart, and it means to learn from the past or to go back and fetch it.
Mhm.
So kind of my inspiration for going back to fetch the good
Yeah.
stuff and taking it with me
Yeah.
forward into the future.
Wow.
Um, And I wanted to make sure that that was kind of a theme of a message that, there's always good and bad, but
Right.
take the good,
Right.
focus on the good.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
how Sankofa came about. The other song, Something Out of Nothing, I wrote one night in the middle of the night. I had gotten this track from, he recently passed away, this dynamic writer, producer, musician named Lou Lang Jr. out of California.
Okay.
And I heard the track and I kept hearing this song and I just like wrote that in the middle of the night.
Wow.
Sitting in the bed, just sitting in the bed,
Talent.
scratching it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the final track on the CD was actually written by Gwendolyn Collins, where she features myself and Micah Chevalier, who is also another independent artist in the air, and it's called I Think I Like You. So, mhm.
We're gonna
So
have,
that's how the first CD kind of came around.
okay. Now, how many do you have total?
I'm working on two. I have a couple of singles getting ready to come out before the CD. The So my shirt, let me show you this.
Yeah.
Love is a Vibe. Love is a Vibe,
Yes.
which is the title of the next project because love is a vibe.
It is.
Mhm.
Yeah. And the first song that I sang at my show in April, on April 11th, is called Good Vibes Flow.
Mhm. That's nice.
Yeah, I think it's a
Right.
cat. Thank you for that. I think it's a good song. My cousin Willie Walker out of Charlotte, you may know him. He
Oh,
plays with the band Conversation Piece. They play all over
I'm sure
Charlotte.
my daughter does.
Yeah, he's an amazing bass player, keyboardist, music producer. So he actually produced my new CD, my new single, Good Vibes Flow. So I'm really, really proud of that because I had an opportunity to work with him. We have been saying that we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it. So we finally did it, which is pretty cool
Yeah.
to work with your relative because you get each other in a way.
Right. Right. It's that
Mhm.
connection. It's that.
Yeah, yeah. And we're only 10 months apart in age.
Oh, y'all like
So
siblings.
Uh-huh.
yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah. Hmm.
So Sydney,
Uh
I'm sorry, I was just gonna ask Sydney,
no, go on.
what do you think of Melody's success now? We knew her when we were stepping, back at Johnson C. Smith University, so you've probably seen more of her growth than a lot of us had the opportunity to see. So what do you think about how you've seen her grow?
How I've seen Gigi grow.
Oh, how Gigi has seen you grow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Uh-huh. I think it's phenomenal. I think it's phenomenal. And one of the things that I was going to chime in and say, I think Steph was down in Charlotte, what, last year around this time, not too long ago. You had a show that you had to
Oh yeah, I did.
put on down in Charlotte. So she's getting out there. Um, and like you say, once people hear her, they've,
Uh,
become her fan.
very,
Because
Oh.
even at my husband's event, I think I had about 100 people in the audience, and everybody kept coming up and asking me, well, when's her next show? Let me know so I can
right,
go,
right.
it's in the DMV. We're going to try and make it,
Wow.
etc. So it is contagious, should I say.
Oh, thank you.
You just because you can just listen to it without
Yes,
having to skip it or I mean it is just very pleasant, you know,
yes.
music because sometimes when I'm doing and I'm writing scripts and planning classes,
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
playing in the background. Because most of the
Yes.
songs, a couple of the remakes, I am singing because I believe I
Oh, yay.
lead. Unbeknownst to my husband and son and daughter-in-law, I'd be in there wailing, girl. Because I'm like, oh, I love this, because these
Yeah.
are some of my favorite songs. And
Right.
I'm gonna tell my friends that I help you select them. So I'm so
I'm so glad that you said that. Yeah, and you can tell anybody, oh yeah, I helped her pick that out.
that's what I'm saying. That's like so raw. We do that. She always consult with us. But I'm telling you, I had it play. I have a puzzle.
Uh-huh.
It's 1,000 pieces. I don't know why my husband, but it's teacups
Okay.
Oh,
because
nice.
my etiquette class and stuff,
Right.
and it's taken me forever. So I have a friend that does puzzles. I don't know. She has this obsession with doing puzzles. So that's what I like playing, in the background
Yes.
because it helps me at least get two
Um,
pieces together.
yes.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's something,
Music can be so relaxing though.
Yes.
you have
But
no
you know
idea.
Yes.
what's interesting for me, and I think it's because I'm so in tune to music, I don't sleep well to music. Like
Mhm.
I
yes,
can. Yeah.
especially music with words. If it's music
Yeah.
with words, I'm engaged.
I was
In
even
my
say
in
you
my
probably
mind with my eyes closed, I'm
brain
engaged.
is singing.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh my God.
Doesn't allow your brain to turn
It
off.
doesn't turn off. No,
Especially if
no,
Yes.
it doesn't.
especially if it's something
Yes.
that you like. Because
Exactly.
Mhm.
I will keep it on like, okay, 5 more minutes, 5 more minutes. And I
Uh-huh.
literally I sing in my sleep. I do for
Uh-huh.
the reason.
Exactly. That's why I can't listen to music in the sleep.
Because
Uh-huh.
my daughter and I went to Chicago and we we had the double room and she was like, Mom, what who are you singing to? I mean, I will break out singing in a minute because
It's good therapy though.
it is. I said, well, I
Yeah.
slept good. That's what I told her. I said, well, I slept good. I don't know about you. So, but music is a connecting factor also.
Yes, it is.
Because
Yes.
I can be playing something and everybody in the room seems like, oh my God, that is so nice. And
Right.
especially if it's barely loud enough for them to hear, but they are so connected in music that everybody is feeling the same vibe at the same time because
Right.
Yeah.
it's such a connection.
And that's
Yes.
interesting that you said that because my dissertation is on entitled mathematics achievement as it connects to music. So how students that are good at music are better at mathematics. I always played music in my classroom.
Yes,
Like I always had it playing when students would come in. And
yeah,
sometimes one of their warm-up questions would be, how does this song make you feel?
yeah,
Mhm.
Does it get you ready for learning and stuff like that? So it is kind of uh a gap bridger,
yeah,
a
it
connector.
is. It is.
Yeah, like we can all kind of come together through some
Yes.
music. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Have you ever
Maybe
tried
that's
it?
why I like it so much. I don't know.
Yeah.
And there's a whole science. There's a whole science behind that,
Uh-huh,
but also tying in with the title of your upcoming, LP, Love is a Vibe.
uh-huh.
Music is the universal language
Yes,
of the
it
world.
is.
It
Yes,
is.
it is.
And you can go all over the world and you can play a song, and it doesn't matter what
Right.
language
That's
it's
That's
right.
in,
right. That's right.
you will
Yeah.
That's
find a
right.
commonality.
Now, have you
Um,
thought
one
about
of
going
the
live
things,
on social media? Just
So
performing?
I have gone live before, and I probably could do a better job of that. Let me just say that. I could probably do a better job of that.
We have over
But
200,000 sorors out there. You just need to connect with the right
yeah,
outlet. I mean,
yes,
even if it's just 30 minutes. My daughter goes live for an hour. Last night she had Paris, Rome, Germany, Dubai, all these people. You just and I mean, all you have to do is just say, hey, this is one of my singles, and I girl,
okay, I'm gonna do it.
yeah. I mean,
Start next week. I'm gonna start next week.
my
I think
brother,
that's a good
my
idea.
brother was in the army.
Music Mondays.
Yes,
Yes,
yes. See, that
there you
would be
go.
great because I mean, a lot of us, a lot of y'all or whomever is still working. I'm
Oh,
so,
girl, no, I'm retired, honey.
So
No,
am I.
but
All
so
right.
my daughter normally does it like in the evening and like 6:30 or so, because people just getting off work. Everybody's telling my daughter, girl, I'm listening to your music on the way
On the
home.
way home.
I'm
Yeah.
listening to work.
Uh-huh.
Thank you so much. I'm in the gym, and you get followers like that. I think you have enough songs just with these two CDs that you could just
Mhm.
go, hey, y'all,
Yes,
here's something for you. Get your
right.
shoes off, get your favorite beverage.
Okay.
I think
I'm
that
gonna
would
do
be
it.
wonderful.
I'm
I
gonna
do.
do it.
I do. And let me know because I'll share you on mine
Yes, ma'am.
and
I
everybody,
appreciate that.
your
Thank
way.
you for that.
Look, I'm my daughter's moderator, and that's just because I'm nosy. But to see who's on there. But I send it out. I send it out, and she gets, I mean, people from all over the world, all West Coast, East Coast, Florida, California, everybody that I know knows she is on, and
That's awesome.
so
That's what's up.
yeah,
Hmm.
Yes,
yeah, and you get your
that
little
is awesome.
network of people and
Mhm.
watch and not even trying to sell anything at the time.
No, no, just
Right,
sharing. Just
Exposure,
right.
share.
just exposure. I think that would be, and then you have a theme, for Monday, and I just think it's that type of music that people will really just sit
I'm
down and
writing it
listen
down. I'm writing it down. You see, I
to.
have a green pen. I have my green
Don't
pen.
let my undergraduate Johnson C. Smith communications degree go to waste here, in
Yeah.
marketing.
So that was my minor in communications,
Yeah,
communication arts.
yeah,
Hmm.
I do. I think just because I ended up listening to the entire album, what
I love that. I love that you listen to
Mhm.
every song.
straight, and I don't know how
I
to.
love that.
I did. I every song I
Thank
did
you for that.
not have to
That's
be like,
pretty cool.
And I
That
was
is
like,
very cool.
I listened to a couple of my favorites
Look,
twice.
I need to send you a
Uh-huh.
t-shirt. I need to send you a
Girl, and
t-shirt.
look, I will sport it like crazy, because I I am just blown away. I am because I didn't know. Thank you, Melody, for not telling me. But but I mean, it should be.
You know in the right time. It wasn't everything happens in
Right.
its own
So
time.
look, my business
Absolutely.
is up. I am. Are you ready? That is the name
Yes.
of my, and you are, honey. Okay, you are
Thank
so
you.
ready. You are so ready. So, but right now, Melody, is there anything you would like to add before we go into break?
I think that you have run the gambit there.
I told you we were going to chat,
Yes.
so, and I absolutely love it because when you told me, I was like,
Yes.
can I get her? And you were like,
Yes.
we add her in on Wednesday. Absolutely.
That's nice. Thank y'all for adding me in. Thank you. Let me hang out,
So we were going
Sydney.
to talk fundraiser, which we will do right after the
Sure.
break, but
Sure.
it's time for a quick break. When
But
we
I appreciate Gigi leaning on the shield. Thanks, Gigi.
Yeah, look, she was adamant too, okay, just like she always was, very methodical and like, okay, well, when we gonna do this? What time? Okay, so yes, we appreciate you, Miss Melody.
But I'm a connection person,
Yes, you
and
are.
I
You
tell
are.
people,
You are.
you
You are.
know,
No question
part
in
of
my
my
mind.
part of my thing is connecting people. That's one of the things that I do when I'm doing my docent duties at the National Museum of African American History and Culture, because I'm meeting people from all over the world and conversing with them, and I listen, and then I'm like, oh, okay, well, I can introduce them to this person. They could probably do this together, or, you know. So
Everyone that you
when you all
listen
talk
to.
about how you are resting, and if music is playing, your mind doesn't
Mhm.
settle. Mine is creativity.
Yep,
And whether it is introducing people and coming up with programs and ideas,
yep,
or they will tell you I'm a crafter.
yep.
So I'm always designing stuff and making it and whatever else and stuff. So
Wow.
music actually calms me down so that I can sleep.
Oh, I listen to music all the time, and
Mhm.
when I find music like this, I mean, I just listen, whatever I'm doing and whatever I don't feel like doing, if I'm in the car, because I got you hooked up in my car now.
Yeah.
Okay now.
I do, and because to me, like I said, it's such a connection. And as soon as I hear it, I'm thinking of you, Sydney, and I'm just like, oh my God. And I go back to Johnson C. Smith when we were, students and pledging, and
Yes.
it's just like a circle. Just a circle. But yeah, let me go to a break. So it's time for a quick break. When we come back, we will have Sydney talk about her future plans with her music journey. And during the break, Melody will discuss the JCSU fundraising opportunity she is having. We will be right back.
My name is Melody Wheatley, and I am the co-chair for the fundraising committee for the DC Alumni Chapter of Johnson C. Smith University. We are embarking on a new journey and doing a paradigm shift as it relates to fundraising, but we're also keeping it in the general vein of education, in that we have created a fundraiser that is centered around wine education. So that being said, we have partnered with Paradise Winery, which is actually in Clifton, Virginia, to do a wine education event on August the 8th of 2026. We really need your support with this effort. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have a silent auction. We're going to do a 50-50 raffle, but more importantly, we are going to learn about wines. When do you use a white wine versus a rosé versus a red? Um, we're going to focus on the 5 C's about wines. Now, who knew that there were 5 C's about wines? Because we already know about the 3 C's when we talk about jewelry and carats and diamonds, etc. But, let's expand our horizon and do something different. So our tickets are $85 and they can be purchased, or you can donate to this event. But it's all to support Johnson C. Smith University and the efforts and students that are trying to matriculate there. We are an alumni that we actually care about our school, and we want others to flourish and help them on their journey in life. And we cannot do this without your efforts. I'm going to flip it to the former past president of the DC Alumni Chapter Association for Johnson C. Smith University, and she will tell you how to access the tickets to participate in the event. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Gigi, for allowing me to share. I am Dr. Stephanie McLeod, the past president of JCSU DC Alumni Chapter. And as Gigi shared, we are hosting a fundraiser. You can get tickets by accessing the JCSU DC website, which is jcsudcalumni.org. That's jcsudcalumni.org. Hold high the gold and blue. Bulls forever.
Rules forever. Thank you so much, ladies. And please go to this website so that you can either buy tickets or you can make a contribution. There is no dollar too small to help with this wonderful, wonderful fundraising effort.
Ready.
Welcome back to the Are You Ready show. The second half, Sydni and I will discuss what is coming up with her music career and how you can find her music and possibly see her in concert. Now, during the break, we were chatting, and I asked Sydni what song or songs would she like to remake? Because you did such an amazing jobs with the one that you all will hear, which I cannot wait for you to hear. But what other songs do you think you could remix?
I haven't really thought about
Artist.
songs, but maybe artists. Gigi said Phyllis Hyman, and she's always been a longtime favorite of mine. You
You
know, a lot of
have
people
that,
love Phyllis.
you have that
A lot,
ability to do that too. You have
a
the
lot.
voice
Thank you.
that
Thank you.
to do
I've
that.
always loved Phyllis. You know, I think I saw her every time she came to the
Mm.
DMV.
I saw her
Hmm
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe Anita Baker.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We're talking natural voices here. That's that's the
Yeah.
kind of
But
song that
I also love, I really love Rachelle for real. And I think
Yeah.
that's
she
my
doesn't get,
namesake. So,
I know,
that's
Yeah.
my
I don't know
namesake.
that she gets the due that she deserves
I
from
know.
everybody. So maybe one of her tunes, but there are just a few things out there. Those are some of the things that are in my mind, some of the songs, or not necessarily songs, but vocalists.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And I think you would do them justice because
Yeah.
I
Oh, thank you. I hope so.
type of voice that you have. I mean, geez, I don't think there's anybody you couldn't replicate though,
Oh, there's always somebody. Some people,
or do better,
can't sing everybody.
or do
I think
better at.
Olita
But I'll
Adams.
take the compliment. What'd you say?
I think Olita Adams would be a good choice
I've
too.
sung some Olita Adams at church. I like
Uh-huh.
Olita, and I also
Uh-huh.
like Yolanda Adams too.
Yes,
Yes. Yes. Uh-huh.
yeah, only the
Can't go wrong
Adams.
there. You can't
Yeah.
go wrong there.
Oh God. Now, do you play any instruments when you sing, or you just sing?
So I play at piano. I am taking piano lessons. I
Yeah.
play at
Okay.
guitar. I
Okay.
don't play well. Yeah, I don't play anything when I sing.
Okay. Okay.
Maybe the tambourine and some shakers. That's as
Yeah.
far as I go.
Yeah.
But one day, maybe in the foreseeable future.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And then we'll be ready for American Idol. We'll be ready
Well,
for,
I'm way too old for those
oh, you're
shows.
not anymore.
Yeah, yeah, you
I should
are.
see the people they have on there.
Yeah, yeah, you are.
They
True.
had
Yeah, no, no,
That's
no.
true.
There's an age.
Uh-huh.
an
There's an
American Got
age.
Talent. You're not old too up American because I saw
There's an
these four
age.
men on there the other day, all gray, and they formed a group when they were younger.
I ain't gonna do it.
Um, so Are
Well,
you
don't be
referring to
surprised if you get a
AGP?
letter and they say someone has nominated you for, I'm gonna deny it. I'm gonna deny it, deny. So, but I think that you are such an inspiration, because everybody thinks that you got to start at 4 years old and their story is, but you were like, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And then you did it when you were ready.
Well, what's
Right.
for you is for you.
Yeah. And the
Yeah.
Right.
time and the
Yeah.
timing.
And in its own time. Yeah.
Well, I think it's great because
Thank you.
we're now all we got time to sit and listen to you,
Absolutely.
and share. We have avenues to share you now with the world, and
I appreciate that.
then it's just uh, and Melody, what we gonna do to get her to one of our homecoming for her to do a
Absolutely.
concert maybe?
Yeah.
Who's performing at halftime at these concerts? Do they even have a
Well,
halftime
well, if
performance?
you get conversation piece, since they're local, you can reach out to my
Uh-huh.
cousin and get conversation piece, and maybe they'll let me sing a song. Maybe
All
we can do it
right.
like that. Maybe
Okay.
they,
All
if they
right.
get booked for the
Yeah,
homecoming event, then they can let
Yeah.
Sydney Marie come up and sing a tune.
that would be amazing.
Right.
That would
We might.
be good because, natural music, is
Yeah.
it's out the window pretty much, but people like
Mhm.
you and just remind us that, hey, all you need is a voice.
But there's
Yes.
so many good musicians out here that just, like they're just not played on mainstream radio, but you have a whole lot of great musicians out there
And,
that
and,
Yeah.
and the
play
definition,
great music. You just have to get out there and go see some live music.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, but the definition of mainstream media has changed a lot.
Oh, totally,
Mhm.
totally,
Mhm.
totally.
Right.
I don't agree
Yes.
with a lot of what they consider, so, but I wish that there was a place other than, a paid subscription to these music channels where you have to pay, but
Mhm.
just on local radios. And
Right.
so I have a couple
Yeah.
of DJ friends here in Charlotte too. I'm gonna have to
Mhm.
sit
But
down.
they play what sells and the money,
Right.
what's making them money. It's a game. It's all part of the game.
It is, but I'm gonna see, because I still have some friends that have their radio shows.
Okay,
Mhm.
now.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'm on a couple of independent radio stations. There are a couple of independent stations that, play my music. There are a few. It's
Mhm.
just, you're just not going to be on the mainstream radio, and that's okay.
Right,
Because everything is not for everybody.
right, right. And
Mhm.
but but at our age, when we find something that's good, we got to get it out there because everything
Yeah,
is so overshadowed by such,
Right.
I don't know what to call it, and so it's important that we say, okay, good music is still alive.
it is.
We can
It's
just,
there.
just listen to
Yeah.
every day, and
Mhm.
no matter what. I mean, we need that. We don't need the noise. I don't like the noise. I just that's not
Absolutely.
me. And
Also,
uh-huh.
also think going to some of the lesser known jazz festivals, like
Yes.
there down in Southern Virginia, there's one that's actually called Jazz in the Country, and it's in
Mm.
it's Georgia's Virginia, as opposed to your Hampton Jazz
Yeah.
Festival.
Yes.
They used to have a really big one in the DMV area. They don't do it as much
Yeah.
anymore, but like Rehoboth Jazz Festival, I just heard that they recently changed the way that they're doing that as well. But we need to kind of get back to that.
Yeah, and we have
Uh,
one here every year around February that's a
mhm,
small scale, the Mid-Atlantic Jazz Festival.
mhm,
You have a
mhm,
lot of great musicians that come to that. So there are a few around.
right.
DC Jazz Fest, which normally happens coming up. It's like the end of the
Mhm,
month of August or right around early September.
But
And they
we
have
mhm,
they do mostly straight ahead jazz, and it's
right.
it's like real
Mhm,
jazz. So there's no real R&B mixed in with that. That is just your real jazz stuff.
mhm,
So
now your genre crosses all of them, though, right?
yeah, I just sing what I like.
Yeah, so I mean, you could
Yeah, I
probably
sing what I like.
get into
Mhm.
just about any of them, you
Oh,
know?
well, thank you, now. I'll
Yeah,
take that.
I don't think you're sort of pigeonholed or into just one area. And most artists say, "Oh, I'm jazz. That's it. I'm
Right.
R&B. I'm rap. I'm pop." But I think you could probably, you
I
know,
just want to sing what I like. So whatever genre it fits into,
yeah. Well, the variety of songs that you have, I mean, you could go at least in three different categories with what
Okay.
I've heard. So yeah, but yeah, we'll get you out there because I mean, I know a lot of stay-home moms and stuff that just, would just love to just because when they come here, I mean, that's what I play. So, and
Mhm.
they love it. The first thing they
Mhm.
say, "Who is that?" I'm like, "Oh no, that's a friend of mine."
So believe it or not, a few years back, I don't know if you remember, Oprah had a TV show called Delilah.
Mhm.
Do you remember that?
Yes.
One of my
Yes.
songs got played on her show,
I remember. I remember.
Oh, see,
Yeah.
which was
we need
pretty
to say
cool.
that in your bio. That's the kind of stuff we need. Because
It was played during the kitchen scene of
oh
Yeah.
one of the shows, yeah.
I
And I
remember.
didn't even know it was on. Somebody called me and said, "Oh my God, I just heard your song." And I was
wow.
like, "Are you sure it was my song?"
Ah,
No, no, I promise it was your song. So
Mhm.
okay, so what's coming up for Sydney Marie?
coming up is the new project, Love is a Vibe. The title song, Love is a Vibe. I've already finished that. And I shared with you Good Vibes Flow, working on the next few, but that's what's coming up. So hopefully I can finish that, let's say early part of the early 2027, if not before,
Okay.
because I want it to be quality music, so I don't want to rush through the songs. Then I have a couple of shows coming up. I have a show October the 11th at Bowie Center for the Performing Arts.
Mhm.
It is called Love is a Vibe,
Oh,
jazz and soul. Love is a Vibe, jazz and soul. Yeah,
that
I'm
sounds
excited about that.
no, I know. Well, that sounds great. And Melody, any
Yes,
last
ma'am.
comments for our famous soror here?
Well, I was just thinking, because, you mentioned homecoming and, getting her on a platform there. But, let's talk about doing a paradigm shift. Why can't we start our own and maybe do like a grand tea party?
Oh,
And
speaking
Lady
my language
Rachelle,
now.
you could do you could do the programming behind that, and Sydney
Jesus.
Marie could
Oh my
actually be
gosh.
the
Okay.
But
entertainment.
I can
And
fly to DC. That is.
yeah,
Um,
well, I'm saying in Charlotte. I'm saying
oh,
in Charlotte, and getting one of the smaller, lesser known museums
yeah, yeah,
and host it there.
yeah.
Because in this area, and I know Sydney Marie knows, and Rochelle, you probably remember as well too, the Strathmore
Yes,
Center on
yes.
Tuesdays, once a month, they usually have a tea and chamber music. Why can't we spin it another way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we have an art gallery here in Bowie that
Uh-huh.
hosts events. It's Black owned Recognition Art Gallery, and you can rent
Uh-huh.
that space and do a tea party. And this will
Uh-huh.
be on a small scale. So
Yeah.
we got options, lady. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
we
let's do it.
shall. And we shall. Now, Melody,
Mhm.
what's going on with you as far
Well,
as because I know we're going to get the information on
uh-huh.
the fundraiser during the break, but what else would you like to share?
Well, I am recently retired from my second job.
It's a
That's
beautiful
Because
thing.
I was actually a long-term pharmaceutical sales rep, and I retired from that industry. And then just recently, I spent the last 3 years parlaying that and working as a family liaison in a elementary school, where 75% of the population was from other countries, coordinating services for them, connecting the families to non-traditional things that we take for granted. If you don't have health insurance, dental insurance, where do you go? I could put those pieces together because of the industry that I came from. I actually started some grant writing and got a couple of grants in there. We actually had a Get to Green project where the school actually created a garden and the kids would manage the garden, and then anything that came from the garden, we would give it to the community, etc.
That is wonderful.
Just a plethora of things because I'm always thinking outside of the box.
Mhm.
So now that I have gone from that, I am focusing on the travel business and the agency that I'm with. It is an all African American, AKA owned
Nice.
travel agency.
That is
And there are four of
beautiful.
us. So we have an office in Forestville, Maryland.
Oh,
Mine, of course, is Springfield, Virginia, Columbia, South Carolina. And then we also have a person that is in Memphis, Tennessee. But we're all AKAs.
I mean,
So
that's
we focus
another
on
show.
heritage tours.
The next show.
Um,
Okay. It is.
That's a whole show in itself.
I'm saying we got to get, oh my gosh, it's wonderful. So, how can people get a hold of you, Melody, if they would like?
So you can find me at Melody at BentleyTravelServices.com.
Can you
You can
spell
also
first
find
name?
us on Facebook as well too as Bentley Travel Services.
Okay, spell your first name. Normally, you spell out your email.
Melody.
Dot
Mhm.
Wheatley, W.
Melody at Bentley, BENTELEY,
Okay,
travelservices.com.
got it.
Mhm.
Perfect. Well, thank you. It's
Absolutely.
time
Thank you.
now. Miss Sydney, can you tell people how they can get a hold of you?
Absolutely. At www.SydniMarieSings, SYDNIMARIE, sings, or Sydney Marie. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram. You can stream my music however you stream. YouTube Music, Spotify, Amazon, iTunes. You name
Wonderful.
it, it's out there.
Everybody follow her on every platform. Okay. Every platform. If you are listening to this podcast, go to every single one of her platforms and follow her. Okay. And because her music, and you can say, hey, I heard it first. Okay. We're going to take that
Okay.
credit. So, but that is wonderful. And but before we end, I would like to always remind people why I do this podcast. My three principles of why I do the podcast are to teach about respect, discipline, and self-confidence. And trust me, both of these ladies possess all three. And so I try to instill that in every single thing that I do. And this is the end of the podcast. Thank you both. I really enjoyed our time together. I hope you all listeners enjoyed it as much as I did. Please subscribe to Rachelle Logan Media on YouTube for more podcasts. And always remember, until our paths cross again, carry yourself with grace, treat others with respect, and remember, good manners never go out of style. I'm Lady Rachelle. Are
Amen
you
to
ready?
that. Are you ready? Thank you. Thank
Absolutely.
you for having me. I
Okay.
enjoyed it.
Thank you for watching my channel. Be sure to check out my website, RachelleLoganMedia.com. You can find the link in the description. I also have an online school teaching public speaking, etiquette, and much more. I also wrote multiple books for adults and children that will teach you to become the best version of yourself. Thank you and see you next time.